happy to see you today. How are you? Oh, let's do our welcome song. Stand up, nice and tall. Sing out loud, get ready. Oh, rise and shine and welcome to Lab Today. Rise and shine and welcome to Lab Today. Rise and shine and welcome to Lab Today. We're so glad you're here. Oh, rise and shine and welcome to Lab Today. Rise and shine and welcome to Lab Today. Rise and shine and welcome to Lab Today. We're so glad you're here. Oh, okay. So we have been learning about the planets, right? We learned about the sun. The sun is a star, right? So the sun is actually a big ball of glowing gas. And so it starts with, our solar system starts with the sun. And then the three planets that we've learned about are, our sun's a star, then Mercury, Venus, Earth. Yes, so those are the three we've done. Let's sing the whole song so we can remember all of them. Ready? Our sun's a star, then Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune's the last one of the planets in our solar system. Awesome. So there's those 8 planets, and we learned about Mercury. That's the closest to the sun. Do you remember very much about Mercury? Is it the biggest planet or the smallest planet? The smallest out of all of them, right? It was only Pluto that was smaller, and Pluto's not a planet anymore. It's a dwarf planet. So Mercury's the smallest. Do you remember what scientists think that Mercury is made of? Everybody say iron. Iron, it's made of iron. And it looks a lot like something that Earth has, that orbits Earth. What does Mercury look like? Can everyone say, the moon? The moon, it looks like the moon. It has craters. It is like a big rocky sphere, right? A big round sphere. And it's so small that, is there very much gravity on Mercury? Nope. Just like the moon. If we went there, we would float, wouldn't we? Okay, just like we would float on Mercury, we would float on the moon too, right? Let's do Look at the Moon. Are you ready? Look at the moon, look at the moon, out in space. I can't hear you. Out in space, it reflects the sun's light, it reflects the sun's light. See it shine, see it shine. So that's awesome. The moon does not make its own light, does it? It reflects the sun's light. We see what is shining, what the sun is shining on. That's what we can see. So Mercury, we know that Mercury rotates really slow, way slower than Earth, but it orbits the sun quicker, doesn't it? Let's do our The Earth Orbits the Sun song. Okay, nice and loud. The Earth orbits the sun, the Earth orbits the sun. Once a year, every year, the Earth orbits the sun. The Earth turns around, the Earth turns around. Once a day, every day, the Earth rotates. So Mercury is made of iron. Do you remember that? And it's so boiling hot when it's facing the sun. But then when it turns away from the sun, woo, it's super freezing cold. Now Venus is the next one. Our sun's a star, then Mercury, Venus. Venus, we know, is Earth's sister planet, right? And it's because they both are about the same size. And don't they both have clouds? But there's a problem with Venus's clouds. Do you remember what the clouds are like? They're made of acid, huh? Earth's clouds are awesome. They're made of water, and that's good for us. But poor Venus, they don't have good clouds. Their clouds are made of acid. That Venus is also made of rock and metal, just like the Earth. And another thing about Venus is it's covered in lava, isn't it? It's covered in lava that nothing grows. I mean, there's nothing living with lava, but Earth is covered in what? Water. Do you remember that there's lots more water than land? So it's covered in water, and is there living things? Are there living things in the water on Earth? Yes, it's awesome. So there's so much to be grateful for that we live on Earth and not Venus. We wouldn't want to live where it's just lava everywhere, lava rock. We know that Venus also has a lot of volcanoes and mountains, and their volcanoes and mountains are even taller than our tallest volcanoes and mountains, aren't they? They look different, a little different, and they're super tall. Two other interesting things about Venus are that it is the stinkiest planet, right? Ooh, yuck. It would be gross to live there because it smells so bad. And the other odd thing is that it rotates a different direction than Earth does, and Mercury. So they both go this way, and Venus goes the opposite way. Then we learned about what the inside of the Earth is like, right? So the layer that we step on and that we walk on and that we live on, do you remember what that layer is called? I'm gonna give you a hint. It's like the outside of a loaf of bread. The crust, that's right. So we walk on the crust all around the whole Earth. It's covered in this thin layer of crust. And then below the crust, just below that, is a layer kind of like, do you remember the grilled cheese sandwich? Below the grilled cheese sandwich crust, there's that melty, gooey part. What is that layer called, everybody? Do you remember? Shout it out if you remember. It would be hard to remember, but this one is called the mantle. Can everyone say the mantle? So it's the crust, then down to the next layer is the mantle, and that's the part that can get a little bit melty. Then the next layer inside, it's kind of like an egg. Do you remember? The egg shell is the crust, and then the white part of the egg, the hard-boiled egg, is the mantle. And then what's on the inside of the egg that's hard-boiled? It's the core, and the core is hard. So the outer core and the inner core are like the yolk of an egg, a hard-boiled egg. We talked about how the Earth does it have more water or more land? More water, that's right. There's tons of water. And what are those areas of water called? Do you remember? Can everybody say oceans? Oceans, we have names for those oceans. And the areas of land, do you remember what they're called? Continents, yeah. So there's 7 continents on our planet. 7 of those areas of land. Do you remember which one we live on? We live on, everybody say North America. North America is our continent. The continents are North America, South America, Antarctica, Africa, Europe, Asia, Australia, and now the seas. Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean. Some people specify Arctic and Antarctic, others disagree. continents. Now, look at this. This one is ours, right? This is where we live. We live in North America. And then there's also South America, Antarctica, and Africa, Europe, Asia, Australia. So awesome, 7 continents. Today, we're gonna learn about how the earth can change, how it changes. It actually changes all of the time. So let's think, do people change? They sure do. I'm gonna show you some pictures of me and through the years how I've changed. I look different. So people change a lot, don't they? I've changed a lot. All of you guys, you used to be babies, and now have you gotten a lot bigger? Yes. And you're getting bigger every day. So you're changing every day too. Well, the earth changes too. And there are certain things that really cause a lot of change. It really makes a lot of change on earth. Let's think about this. Can the wind do things to the earth? Can it change? The wind can blow and gradually change over 1 million years. It could make a mountain go flat if it was always blowing on that mountain. In 1 million years, if there was water that was always hitting against something, would it make it rub away? It would rub, and it would take a long time, but it could really change. I've seen streams and rivers that end up changing. It can be totally different from one year to the next, where the water, maybe if they had a lot of snow that year, extra snow, then it made more water, and it maybe made the water change course. Maybe it made the stream take a different shape or look different. Have you seen that before? Do you think that lightning could make changes to the earth? Yes, lightning can change the earth. What about rain? Can rain change the dirt? If there's a lot of extra rain, there can be a flood. And can't a flood make a huge change to earth? It sure can. It can wash away towns. It could wash away villages or little hills. It could really make a big change. I remember a few years ago, there was a big tsunami in Japan, and it was such a huge wave coming off of the ocean that smacked into this town that it totally changed the whole town. It made it look completely different. So the earth can really change, can't it? Do you think tornadoes could make the earth change? Yes. This one time, I was with my family and we were in Kansas and we went camping. We were on our way home from my sister's house and we went camping along the way. And this one night we pulled into our camping spot and it was late at night, and we got our tents up and we had 2 little tents and we went to bed, and a few hours later it was raining really hard and we thought, oh no. And it got to be where it was raining so much that our tent was kind of caving in and we were really getting soaking wet. Our sleeping bags were getting soaking wet. And we started thinking, we might need to just load everything into the car and just start driving home, because I don't think we're gonna be able to last the night here. And then the wind started, and we had been cleaning up our sleeping bags and cleaning up our tent, but the wind was knocking us down to where we couldn't keep standing up. So we all laid down. I had my little baby laying down with me, and we had to just wait for the wind to end. And we found out later that it was close to a tornado. It was 70-mile-per-hour winds. And when we got up and the wind kind of stopped, we got into our car because our car was okay still, but there was a big tree that had uprooted and laid down into the lake right next to us. And there were campers that had blown over, and there were different structures like a gas station that had kind of caved in. There were lots and lots and lots of trees blown down, and it had made a really, really big difference. It had broken our tent, we threw it away, and we were okay. But boy, the wind and the water can really change things a lot, can't it? Okay, now I want you to think, if you had a feather, could the wind change a feather? Could it move a feather? If you think yes, put your thumb up. If you think no, the wind can't move a feather, put your thumb down. Yes, a feather could get blown away pretty easy by the wind, right? What about a pencil? Would a pencil get blown or changed by the wind? Thumb up if you think yes, thumb down if you think no. Yes, a pencil could get moved. What about a toy? A toy. Yes or no? Yeah, a toy could really get blown over too. What about a leaf? Could a leaf get blown away or moved by wind? Yes, a leaf could move. What about a car? A car, could a car get moved? A car, our car didn't get moved that day, but if it were stronger wind, it actually could have moved the car. So wind really actually can move cars. If it really were a tornado that went right up against our car, it could have blown our car over. What about a sandcastle? Could a sandcastle get moved by water or by wind? Yes. When you build a sandcastle at the beach and the water comes in, whoosh, makes it look like it never happened, doesn't it? How do you think a volcano is made? Aren't volcanoes so cool looking? Do you remember yesterday how we learned about how there's those different layers of the earth? Well, on the crust, the outside, and the next one down in the mantle, lava, it's called magma, builds up and up and up in just certain hot spots, not everywhere, but some places. If there are like some certain hot spots where the temperature gets really high, or there's a lot of pressure that could make it pop up, or there's like watery rock that has a lot of water in it, that can also create volcanoes. So there's that magma in the mantle that builds up. Do you remember the gooey cheese, the grilled cheese sandwich? So that magma in that area, it's in that mantle, the magma grows and bubbles, and when there's enough pressure, or it's hot enough, then it bubbles up through the crust and comes out. And what is it called once it comes out? Can everyone say lava? Lava. And then when the lava bubbles out, it hardens and becomes rock, and it makes the volcano bigger. And then if it comes out again, then it grows and grows and grows, and it can really change the earth a lot, can't it? To have volcanoes become bigger and bigger and bigger. Here are some pictures of some awesome volcanoes. We wouldn't want to get too close to them, but they look really cool, don't they? Here's some pictures. Okay, what does volcano start with? Volcano. 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 What does that start with? Did you say V? Yes, volcano, that's right. This is what a V looks like. And it's just a slant down, slant up, and then I'm starting in the middle, slant down, slant up. So let's see what it would look like here. We start with our green line, and then our red line, and then our yellow line, and then we start on the green line, and we do a slant down, whoosh, and then stop at the red line, then slant back up, stop at the green line. If we make a mistake and we go down too far, it's okay. It's okay. Just fix it. It's just to practice. And then, starting in the middle, slant down, slant up. And what sound is that? What does it make? Everybody say, v, v. What are some other things that start with v? Did somebody say violin? Violin. I play the viola. It looks just like a violin. Violin. What about Vaseline? Have you ever had Vaseline? Maybe on a sore or on your lips? Everybody say Vaseline. Vaseline. What about a vent? Vent. We have lots of air vents in your house. Can you see a vent? Everybody say vent. Vent. That helps our air conditioning come out or our heater air come out, and it helps to vent our house so that we have fresh air. Can you say vacuum? Vacuum. What does vacuum start with? Vacuum. Good. Awesome. And of course, volcano too, right? Okay, now with volcano, I have a little song. It's kind of a poem-y song. It goes like this. It goes, boom, boom, went the mighty volcano. Boom, boom, and the lava flowed down. Orange and red and fiery hot. Boom, boom, went the mighty volcano. Good job. Let's do it one more time, okay? This one's pretty easy to remember. Slap your legs when we do the boom, boom, okay? Boom, boom, went the mighty volcano. I can't hear you. Boom, boom, and the lava flowed down. Orange and red and fiery hot. Boom, boom, went the mighty volcano. Ooh, very good. Boy, it is orange and red and fiery hot, isn't it? Okay, we're gonna do our golden sounds. Let's hear all of them, including our word that we have. We have one sight word. Are you ready? Higgledy, piggledy, bumblebee. Can you say the sound with me? Use your lips and your finger. Ready? Oh, 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 like lion. Higgledy, piggledy, bumblebee. Can you say the sound with me? Like moon. Higgledy, piggledy, bumblebee. Can you say the sound with me? Like sun. Higgledy, piggledy, bumblebee. Can you say the sound with me? V, 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 v. Good, like volcano. Higgledy, piggledy, bumblebee. Can you say the sound with me? Eh, like inside the earth. Higgledy, piggledy, bumblebee. Can you say the sound with me? I can't hear you. P, 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 like planet. Good job. Higgledy, piggledy, bumblebee. Can you say the word with me? A, 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 like a piece of gum. Higgledy, piggledy, bumblebee. Can you say the sound with me? Woo, 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 like world. Higgledy, piggledy, bumblebee. Can you say the sound with me? Ah, 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 like alligator. Higgledy, piggledy, bumblebee. Can you say the sound with me? T, 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 like telescope. Higgledy, piggledy, bumblebee. And actually, we're back to the beginning, back to our great job. Okay, today you have your writing page. Trace it, trace it. Don't forget to use your tapper fingers. Tapper fingers, so it's your pointing finger, your thumb, and your other finger. And they squeeze in together. Trace, 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 and then all by yourself, just doing your best. Try, 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 try. And then the same thing for the big one. I bet you're doing so great with your writing. Is it getting a little bit easier? It should be getting a little bit easier. When you think about it at the end of the year, you're gonna go, oh goodness, it's quite a bit easier than it is now. You're doing so well. We're also gonna have a V sound page where you're going to circle all of the pictures that start with V, okay? And then our coloring page. So great job. Everybody say, I work hard, I work hard, I am awesome, I am awesome. We'll see you next time.